Hey you guys, what's up? It's Vicky J, and I am getting ready for Boston Fashion Week, and I'm inviting you to get ready with me. I prepared this smoky eye look using the Naked Smoky palette, and it was something that I picked up recently, and I was like, oh my god, I haven't used it yet. So I decided to use it for tonight. It's a very special occasion. And I did a dark kind of ombre fall lip with Colourpop liquid lipsticks. Boop, boop, boop. We got 3 here, you guys. I can use 3 to achieve this lip. You do not need to do that. I was being extra. I just felt like using it because I have all of them. But you don't have to do that. You can just go with a, like, pick one and just go with a nice dark lip, depending on your skin tone. But yeah, I tried some new foundations and, you know, just tried some layering tricks with the highlights and the blushes and stuff. So if you guys would like to see how I achieve this look, please keep watching. And thanks for watching. All right, you guys, I'm kicking it off with my primer. I'm going to be using 2 different primers for my face this time around because I want to keep the shine down on my nose, my T-zone area. I will link every single item that I'm using in the description box, so I'm not going to get specific about the name brands or anything like that. But yep, this is just priming. I'm going over my eyes with both a primer and a base, which I'm going to be painting on right now, and just blending it out with my finger. I want to make sure that the colors really pop because this is an evening glam look after all. That's like the new thing on YouTube videos. You can always hear somebody's notifications in the background. All right, here we go. Naked Smoky palette. I bought this a little while ago. Haven't used it yet, so I'm really excited about this. I'm going to be taking the second to lightest shade, and I'm just going to set everything that I just put on my eyes, the primer and the base, and then I'm going in with my Morphe palette, and I'm just going to use a warm brown shade as my transition color. I'm going to sweep it all over the lid, all the way up to the brow bone, because this is going to act as my brow bone highlight as well. If you see me laughing in the video, it's because I'm on Skype with my homegirl Z Zane, who's the co-host of The Bloop with me. I'll link that channel in the description box if you guys are into K-pop. Check us out. Anywho, I'm going in with the crease color right now. It's a very dark brown shade from the palette. I will leave specific names of the colors that I used from the palette in the description box. Okay, so yeah, I'm using my brush that I put my transition color on just to blend everything together seamlessly. And then I'm going in again with the dark brown color to, I don't know what we were talking about. It must have been hilarious. But yeah, I'm going in with that crease color, and I'm going to be switching back and forth between the dark brown and kind of a grayish tone. And then I'm going to go over my mobile lid with 2 silvery tones. I'm starting off with a kind of warm silver, or like a muted silver, if you will. And I'm just going to be taking that all over the mobile lid. And it has some shimmer to it, of course, because this palette is pretty shimmery. And I'm going to go in the inner eyelid, the inner third, into the tear duct with a cooler gray or silver tone. And then I'm going to go in with like the darkest color in the palette to create more depth in the crease, which is what I'm doing right there. I really like this palette. Like it's got a really great range of like grays and browns, and they're all really good. Like these blended really seamlessly. They were super pigmented. I mean, you guys know how Urban Decay does. I don't really have to gush too much, I don't think. But yep, here I go hitting the tear duct with the cooler gray tone. It's right next to the warmer gray tone in the palette. Again, I will happily link you guys to it in the description box. All right. So now that we're done with the eyes, we're going to clean up all that fallout. And then I'm going to go in and start painting for the rapture. And I'm using some samples, so the color was quite off. The undertones were like nowhere near my complexion. But this is Kat Von D's Lock-It Foundation in number 71. I decided that I was okay with the color difference. Just because, I mean, I do have yellow undertones, but it also acted as a bit of a color corrector. And since it's super full coverage, I just used it as a base. And I mixed in Tint Idole from Lancome number 500, which has more reddish tones. And it was like a really good mix of both of my undertones, because I tend to be a little more yellow when I'm lighter and a little redder when I'm darker. In this case, I'm still working that tan out from the summer, so I'm a little bit darker. And then I'm gonna go in and whip. I'm gonna go in with my concealer. You guys know this is the staple I use all the time. These are the NARS Creamy Radiance Concealers in Amande and Caramel. Caramel's in the center, it's the lightest one. And I'm just using my foundation brush to blend everything in. And then I'm gonna go back over it with my foundation brush just to make sure everything blends together nicely. And don't worry, you guys, I will not be yellow by the end of this. At least not this yellow. I did end up having a little bit of a yellowish undertone by the time it was all said and done, but I cooled it down with my powders. You'll see that in just a moment after I finish blending out my nose and my chin. I was jamming out too, I think. I was listening to Drake or something. All right, let's just, test out that beauty blender. I just want to let y'all know that beauty blender is from e.l.f. and it is hard. I used warm water to get it like saturated and still was just like hard. And I felt like it was taking off more product than necessary. So I ended up throwing this out after this tutorial. Don't buy that sponge. It's terrible. But it served its purpose. I was pretty caked up, so it's fine. It didn't, ruin my makeup necessarily, but I think it would have if I were using less foundation. All right, yeah, there I go. I'm blending the edges in to make sure everything's nice and seamless. And as my as my foundation begins to oxidize, you'll see that it really tones down quite a bit. Now I'm going over all of my concealer and my creamy products with powder. This is CoverGirl Clean, and that's the only thing I really remember. So I'm going to link it for you guys in the description box. And then I'm going to go in with my loose powder foundation from Tarte, I believe this is. And I'm going to use that over the rest of my face. Everywhere that I didn't just set. Oh my gosh, she was cracking me up. Everywhere that I didn't set before. So under my chin, on my jaw, on my forehead, near my hairline, and all of that. I have yet to find a nice, I have a contour color. It's a cream contour from Makeup Forever, and I actually really enjoy it, but I want to try something different. I don't know. You guys give me some suggestions in the description. I'm sorry, in the comment section. Some descriptions in the comment section about contour colors, because, I'm about it. But for now, I'm going to put some blush on. You guys know this is my absolute favorite from Clinique that I will link for you guys. Of course, I freaking love this blush. Like, nothing compares except the next blush I'm about to put over top of it. This is for the depth. This is the rich, fall, plummy wine, almost berry-like blush. And then I'm going to hit it over top with a lighter purple. And that's just going to go right on the top of my cheeks. And I absolutely love it. I'm using my little packing blush brush, if you will. And then we're going to highlight with Champagne Pop. And I'm going to blend that out really, really well because it is highly pigmented, y'all. But it blends beautifully. Yeah, boom, indeed. And there we go, hitting all the usual places. Cupid's bow on fleek. Chin on fleek. Highlight on fleek. We hit them tear ducts too, because why not? And then I'm going on the lower lash line with the crease colors that I used on my upper lids. Just to connect everything and make sure, make sure it's all good. Boop, boop. And we're just going to take a little bit of that silvery color that I put on the inner tear duct on the upper lid, and I'm going to place it on the lower lash line as well and blend it all together. Then I'm going to hit my waterline with a nude colored liner. And this is from NARS. I remember that much, but for the exact name, you guys are going to have to check the description box. And it's really creamy. It goes on really well. I love it. And I'm hitting my upper lash line, tight lining, with I believe it's from Tarte, the liner. Don't quote me. But I do know that that mascara is from Tarte. It's Lights Camera Lashes. and it's pretty darn cool. It actually does the upper and lower lashes really well. And unfortunately, I didn't have time to put on falsies. I was running a little late, even though it took me 90 minutes to do my makeup. Like it was, it's the first time I've done a smoky eye. You guys are getting a first-hand experience, so it took me a lot longer than it should have. All right, let's groom those brows. I'm just using a spoolie, get them groomed up, and then I'm going to be using the Brow Wiz in Ebony. Just a quick fill-in this time around. I wasn't going for a very dramatic fill-in. I'm starting to embrace the fact that I already have full eyebrows and not overdo it. Yep, nice and quick. And then I'm going to brush that out, make sure everything looks nice and natural, and then set it with my Genius gel. Bay in a bottle. I love that stuff. You guys know I love that stuff. And then brush that in thoroughly. Yep, yep. Nice and cute. And now let's do the lips. This is going to be really quick. I'm just using a MAC lip pencil. It might be Chestnut. It might not. It might be Cork. But a brown pencil is what I'm using on my as my liner. And then I'm using LAX. I believe is the darkest color from Colourpop on my lips. And then I'm going in with Limbo. And then in the center, I put Tulle. Just to, you know, brighten it up in the middle. And it's a subtle ombre, but it looked super cute all night long. Just blending it in right there. And I decided that I didn't want it to be matte necessarily. I wanted to make sure that it stayed moisturized throughout the night. So I just hit it real quick with some Christian Dior lip gloss, a neutral tone. And then I'm setting it with my Fix Plus. The video and the tutorial. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with your friends. I wanted so badly to put lashes on, you guys, but I'm completely running out of time. I have like 10 minutes to get out the door and get to the venue so that I can do this interview and see this amazing show. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.